Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a book that honestly changed the way I think about success, failure, and everything in between. It's Ego is the Enemy by the brilliant Ryan Holiday. Now, when you hear the word ego, what comes to mind? Maybe you think of that loud, arrogant person who always needs to be the center of attention. It's that internal voice that tells us we're better than we are, that we deserve more than we've earned. Holiday breaks down his argument into three distinct stages of life where ego can wreck us: aspire, success, and failure. Let's start with aspire. This is when we're just starting out, full of dreams and ambition. The danger here is that our ego can make us talk more than we work. We get obsessed with the idea of being something: a writer, an entrepreneur, an artist, without actually putting in the thousands of hours of silent, thankless practice required. Ego tells us we're a genius just waiting to be discovered. It makes us disdain the grunt work, believing it's beneath us. Holiday's advice? Be a student. Find mentors. Be willing to sweep the floors and focus on the process, not the praise. As he puts it, it is impossible to learn that which one thinks one already knows. Humility and a relentless focus on learning are your greatest assets when you're starting out. Don't be a talker. Be a doer. You've stayed humble, you've learned, and now you've achieved success. This is maybe the most dangerous stage of all. When the world starts telling you how great you are, your ego can inflate like a hot air balloon. You start believing your own hype. You stop listening to feedback, you cut yourself off from the very people who helped you get there, and you become complacent. Holiday uses powerful examples from historical generals to modern CEOs who reached the pinnacle of success only to have it all come crashing down because they let their ego take the wheel. What's the antidote? Stay a student. Always. Remind yourself that success is temporary and that there's always more to learn. Surround yourself with people who will tell you the truth, not just what you want to hear. The moment you think you've made it is the moment you start to decline. True greatness requires constant vigilance against the seductive whispers of ego. But what happens when things go wrong? We all face failure. It's an inevitable part of life. When we fail, ego has two favorite tricks. First, it can create a narrative where it's everyone else's fault, but our own. The market was bad, my boss was an idiot, my team let me down. This prevents us from learning the critical lessons that failure is trying to teach us. The second trick is to tie our identity so tightly to our success that failure feels like a death blow. Our ego is so wounded that we can't get back up. We're paralyzed by shame and despair. Holiday teaches us that failure is just information. It's an opportunity to learn, to adapt, and to grow stronger. The key is to detach your self-worth from the outcome. You are not your successes, and you are not your failures. You are the effort you put in, the character you build. A humble person sees failure not as a personal indictment, but as a chance to get better. They can look at the situation objectively, ask what went wrong, and how can I fix it? And then get back to work. This is what Holiday calls alive time versus dead time. In any situation, even a setback, you have a choice. Or you can use it to read, to learn, to plan, to improve. That's alive time. Ego loves dead time. Humility thrives in alive time. It's that your ego is not your friend. It's a parasite that whispers poison into your ear at every stage of your journey. It promises you glory but delivers only ruin. The real path to sustainable success, and more importantly, to a fulfilling life, is paved with humility, self-awareness. It's about replacing ego with a quiet confidence that comes from actual competence and character. I can't recommend this book enough. It's a sobering, powerful read that will challenge you in the best way possible. It's a manual for navigating life with grace and resilience. What do you think? Have you ever seen your own ego get in the way? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories and thoughts. And if you got value from this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more deep dives into life-changing books. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.